I believe the question surrounding the emotional distance and perpetual coldness observed in some individuals is one that many people continue to grapple with. It's not just an occasional mood or reaction to a bad day. Rather, it's a consistent demeanor that leads one to wonder if the person has transcended into a state akin to a pathological psychopath or someone completely devoid of empathy, a human yet seemingly a robot made of flesh and bones. Some might attribute this emotional disposition to being an inherent trait, but I argue that those same individuals harbor a secret belief that it could be linked to one's upbringing. Indeed, they are right. A significant portion of our attitudes, behaviors, and characteristics is imprinted during the formative years of our childhood. The role played by our parents and the surrounding environment in cultivating the foundational base within our psyche is undeniably critical for the development of our adult selves. However, it's essential to recognize that the molding of our psychological makeup doesn't conclude with childhood. Major traumatic events experienced in adulthood can play a pivotal role in reshaping or rearranging one's psychological blueprint. I often refer to this phenomenon as a counter-biasedness, wherein the individual, post-trauma, tends to develop a set of attitudes and behaviors that vehemently oppose anything closely related or associated with a traumatic event. For instance, if someone has had a near-drowning experience in the ocean, they may instinctively avoid submerging themselves in a bathtub or even going near a mildly deep swimming pool in the future. Such responses are not arbitrary. They are deeply ingrained survival instincts and natural defense mechanisms that our psyche employs to shield itself from potential harm. Delving deeper into the intricacies of emotional responses, consider a scenario where a man invests substantial care, warmth, and intimacy towards someone or a group of people, only to have those connections abruptly severed or worse, betrayed. In such instances, individuals are likely to develop an integral response, leading them to shun the formation of close bonds in the future. An avoidant attachment syndrome emerges. This syndrome prompts a man to feel uneasy or even detached when getting too close to others, being overly friendly or delving into intimate interactions. It becomes a sort of necessary evil, a coping mechanism aimed at protecting oneself from the traumatic consequences of such emotional disruptions. It's important to note, however, that not all individuals respond to traumatic events by becoming emotionally withdrawn. Some may channel their pain into intense rage and vindictive pursuits, condemning everything and everyone associated with their misfortune, despite their seemingly cold-hearted exterior. Beneath the surface lies a complex human being, who, despite appearing despicable in their attitude towards affection and intimacy, secretly longs for sincere and wholehearted experiences, even in the face of adversity. Where emotions are suppressed or veiled behind stoicism, there remains a persistent desire for connection and understanding. As human beings, we cannot completely betray our inherent nature in the pursuit of fulfilling our social needs for love and belonging. This sentiment holds true even for toddlers who, despite their inability to fully comprehend their emotions, require a significant amount of physical touch and affection for their survival. However, the journey to rediscovering and embracing that innate part of humanity, once obscured by trauma or emotional distancing, demands time, maturity, and, most crucially, answers to lingering unresolved personal questions. In this exploration of the human experience, we acknowledge that pain serves as the greatest teacher, with injuries, poverty, hunger, and heartbreak sculpting the indomitable spirit of resilience. You gentlemen are well acquainted with these facets of the human journey, understanding that the greater the pain, the clearer the dire memories, and the more formidable the resolve. Thank you for joining us on this profound exploration.